Hello and welcome as the Sota Motion Cup Series returns for the second race of the season here at Auto Club Speedway. We're out west in the mountains of Southern California as a field of 30 drivers set out to tame the old and worn surface of this 2-mile speedway. This track has been home to many exciting moments in its history, and it will be intriguing to see what happens here in this 12-lap duel. As the anticipation continues to build, let's look at some drivers to keep an eye on in today's event. Martin Truex Jr. continues to top the charts this weekend. He says his car thrives in the clean air, so let's see if he can take home a win from the pole position today. Tyler Reddick is one of 5 Cali natives on the grid. He has quite the experience in dirt racing, which some say pay dividends on the abrasive ovals, so let's see what kind of speed that A car has here. And Ross Chastain was our Race 1 winner at the Martinsville Speedway. The paperclip shares very little in common with this wide sweeping oval, so let's see if Chastain can carry his momentum from his win into Race 2. Those are 3 drivers to watch for here today. Let's now take a look at the 30 drivers on the grid. JJ Yaley and Justin Haley make up row 15, then it's Ryan Newman in the 6th and Eric Almirola ahead of them. Then it's Bubba Wallace and Austin Dillon in row 13. Row 12 sees Cole Custer and Corey LaJoie. In row 11 it's Chris Buescher and Daniel Suarez in the 99. In row 10 it's Christopher Bell and Eric Jones in the 43. In row 9 it's Alex Bowman and Austin Cindric making his first start. Then it's row 8, Matt DiBenedetto and Michael McDowell. Row 7, it's Kurt Busch and Chase Briscoe. In row 6, we have Kevin Harvick and Joey Logano. Now it's time for the top 10. We got Chase Elliott in 9th and Ross Chastain in 10th in row 5. In row 4, it's Denny Hamlin in 7th and Kyle Busch, his teammate, starting 8th. In row 3, it's Tyler Reddick in the 8 car starting 5th alongside Brad Keselowski in the 2. In row 2, it's Ryan Blaney and Kyle Larson in the 5 car. Look out for him today. And starting on the front row, it's Martin Truex Jr. and William Byron in the 24 car. There's your field of 30 drivers here today at Auto Club. Let's now send it down trackside for today's starting command.
Drivers, start your engines!
Martin Truex Jr. gets ready to bring these drivers to the green flag here as the pace car leads them off pit road. That'll be a good time to take a look at some race info here today. As previously mentioned, it will be 12 laps here today at the Auto Club Speedway, which is a 2-mile racing surface, and 30 cars here today have qualified for the race, and it is our second of the season. It's a packed house here today of nearly 100,000 strong, and as is tradition here at Auto Club, the drivers are giving a salute to the fans, a 5-wide formation across the front stretch, and it does show how truly wide this surface is, easily fitting 4 to 5 cars around the entire length of the track. And you see there, these cars are lined up and ready to get racing here as the starter has the green flag in hand. The pace car will make its way down the pit lane. It's Martin Truex Jr. on the inside, William Byron to his outside, and we are underway in race 2 of the season. Truex had a good jump on that inside lane over William Byron of the 24, and he'll try to clear that Exalta Chevrolet as they make their way down the backstretch for the first time today. The top 2 are now single file over the field, and you did see some drivers already making use of those wider grooves up top, and no better example is that 5 car of Kyle Larson all the way up top of the track. Get used to seeing him there all day long. He likes to run just inches off the wall. Meanwhile, lap 1 went in favor of the 19 of Truex, as the top 2 have separated themselves from this battle for third between the 12 of Ryan Blaney and the 5 of Kyle Larson, who continues to use that top lane. It's allowing him to get a big run down the back straightaway, bringing him side by side with the 12 of Ryan Blaney, who's actually running a pretty low lane almost on the apron in turns 3 and 4 there, which makes for quite the exciting battle between the 2. And meanwhile, we'll look back up front. We see the 24 of Byron has closed in on the 19 of Truex. Is about the closest he's been yet so far in the race. We'll see if he can make a move exiting turn 2. And oh, he actually gets loose up into the wall. And that was actually some pretty heavy contact for the 24 car, as he's now to the outside 3 wide with Ryan Blaney and Kyle Larson. It looks like he does have a tie rub on that left side. He'll try to make his way around to pit road, hopefully. Let's actually take another look at this. You see exiting turn 2. Looks like he just washed up with the dirty air behind the 19, got too close to the back bumper. And with Byron out of the picture, that battle for third is now quickly turned into the battle for second. As you see, Tyler Reddick's joined the fray. He's going to give a bump to the 12 of Ryan Blaney as they head into turns 3 and 4. As you see, the roles have reversed between the 5 and the 12 as Kyle Larson is now to the inside of Ryan Blaney. As we now reach lap 5 of this event, Tyler Reddick with a 3-wide move to the inside of both of them. That was pretty bold of him. It might pay off here. Ryan Blaney all the way up top now. He gets cleared by the 8 and 5. Both of these drivers have a background in dirt racing, so you know they're having a blast out here as they try to chase down that 19 of Martin Truex Jr., who continues to lead into lap 6 here. Tyler Reddick does clear that 5 of Kyle Larson as the top 3 are now single file, as things now finally begin to settle down up front here for the top 3. But behind them, it's the Penske teammates battling for the 4th place spot. Brad was the pole sitter at Martinsville, but he suffered an unfortunate accident. He finished at the bottom of the order, and so far it's looking to be a better effort for that 2 car. You see behind these 2 is Kyle Busch, who's closed in for the battle for 4th. Into turn 3, he'll try to split the middle, trying to find that clean air on that nose. Oh no, actually, yeah, to turn 4, he gets a little loose. He saves it, though, and Chase Elliott will take advantage of that. Oh, back in turn 4, we got trouble. There's a big crash. Multiple cars involved, and we got 1 car over the 21 of Matt DiBenedetto. It's the 20 of Christopher Bell, and that brings out our first caution of the day. You see there, Kurt Busch was involved. And as the track crew cleans this one up, let's take a look at just what happened here. Keep your eye on the 21 of Matt DiBenedetto on the bottom lane. It looks like he drifts up the track into the 14 of Briscoe, and that hooked the 1 of Kurt Busch. And you see Christopher Bell just got kind of loose there. He really had nowhere to go. He was trying to go low after he went high, but it was too late. He spun into that 21, up and over the hood of the 21, actually. Quite the scene here. And let's take a look at what happened to Kurt Busch. Looks like he got clipped by the 14, and then he was just sent sliding to the infield. Really had nowhere to go there. And there it is in slow motion. Just along for the ride here. Heavy impact on the inside retaining wall. Just looks like he's okay, though. You see the 14 of Briscoe heading to the garage. All 4 cars that were in that accident will be out of this race here today. Unfortunate ends to their day. And you see on the top of the scoring there, Martin Truex will lead us here to the choose cone. And he's actually going to take the outside. Maybe he believes there's some more grip up there for a stronger restart. Tyler Reddick took the inside. Kyle Larson will be behind the 19 there. And we'll see how this one unfolds here. It'll be a 3-lap run to the finish here this afternoon. Will Martin Truex Jr. be able to hold on, or one of these drivers behind him try to take the win away from him? The pace car dives back down pit road. It's going to be Truex on the outside, Tyler Reddick to his inside, and the 19 with a good jump there. He's going to already clear that 8. Kyle Larson follows him through, and down into turn 1, Truex is going to hang on to that inside where he's been good today. But Kyle Larson already up top where he's been equally as strong. He's going to get alongside the 19. Down the backstretch they go. And this is really the first time today we've seen that 19 car be challenged for the lead. The 5 is going to hold him down to the inside, and actually Truex is going to get loose. He makes contact up into the 5 of Larson, and the 5 car will clear Martin Truex Jr. for the lead with 2 laps to go. You see he's going to hang on to that outside lane where he's been comfortable. Truex is going to try to make up ground where he's lost on that inside lane. Down the backstretch, Kyle Larson is going to try to break that draft away from the 19 of Truex, but he's not going to go anywhere into turns 3 and 4. Coming around to the white flag, Kyle Larson's up top. Out of turn 4, Truex pulls up to the inside of Larson, and with 1 lap to go, it looks like it's going to be a 3-horse race as Reddick has reeled in these leaders as they fight ahead of him. Larson's up top as always. Truex on the bottom trying to make up some ground, but the 5's going to have a good run down the backstretch for the final time. He's going to break the draft once more. Truex going to stay low here. He's going to try to make it stick on the bottom. He'll send it in way deep. Try to clear the 5 here, but he's in the wall. Kyle Larson crosses him over, and the hometown kid is going to win here at Auto Club Speedway. A chaotic end to the race there. Larson brings it home over Tyler Reddick, who ended up passing Martin Truex Jr. out of turn 4. Let's see what happened here. Truex had a great restart. He was able to clear the top 2 heading into turn 1. But Larson was so dominant on that top line all day long. It brought him alongside the 19. And here out of turn 4, car got real sideways for Truex. He made contact with the 5. And in the last corner here, Truex with a Hail Mary move underneath Larson. Can't get the car to turn. He gets in the wall. And Larson cuts underneath him for the win. Congratulations to Kyle Larson and the 5 team. They're California dreaming here. And let's take a look at some unofficial results. Larson brings home the win ahead of Tyler Reddick, who had a great day. Truex not going to be too happy with that 3rd place finish, but he does wind up with a good points day. Kyle Busch back there in 4th. Then it's Keselowski, Blaney, Elliott, Hamlin, Logano, and race 1 winner Chastain making up the top 10. Alex Bowman in 11th, Kevin Harvick in 12th, Austin Cindric with his debut gets a 13th place finish, not bad for him. William Byron made up some ground back up to 15th, so that'll be a good points day. What looked to be a day turned sour, but good result for him. Then you got drivers in the back of the pack here. You got those 4 that were involved in that lap 7 accident. Briscoe 27th, Kurt Busch 28th. Matt DiBenedetto finished second in the first race. Now he finishes second to last today. And then Christopher Bell in 30th in last place. Now take a look at the points standings. Kyle Larson claims the points lead ahead of race 1 winner Ross Chastain. It's still pretty close though among the majority of the field. But now would be a good time to mention that the top 4 drivers ahead of the final race will advance to the championship round at the end of the season. So while it's still early, some of these guys in the teens and 20s will have to start picking it up here before they fall in too deep of a hole. But like I said, it's still pretty much anyone's game at this point of the year, so some of these guys who have DNFs down at the bottom of the standings are not quite out of the title fight just yet. I want to thank you all for joining me here today. I know it's been quite the wait for this second race, so I'm glad it's finally here. The next race will be at Charlotte Motor Speedway, but it will probably be quite some time until then, so stay tuned. But until next time, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on Sota Motion.